Good morning, friend, and welcome to episode 3 of answering questions I found in a stupid Icebreaker game box, which is, I think it's designed for families to bond and stuff. I found a card that I haven't answered yet. So when I was doing these, I found a lot of them were very immature and just stupid, or about tell us about your school friends. Which initially I was going to make this video like in a more sort of professional, nice way. The questions were so stupid. Like I was going to make this video because my mum was always telling me that I don't talk. So I was going to make it, show her the video and be like, here are some questions you can use to talk to me, or remember questions that maybe you want more information on, and then we can elaborate and stuff later. My cat's at the door, but I don't give a fuck right now. Let's go. This was the first question. When I walk through security at the airport, I'm going to take you with me. I always feel... I don't really travel like that much, so I'm really struggling to remember that feeling. I feel like most of the time the feeling is I wish I peed before this, because even though I pee like, I don't know, at least once an hour, I think the anxiety just makes me need to pee again. Yeah, I guess it's just like hoping I didn't pack anything that I wasn't supposed to pack, because like who reads all that? Honestly, that app needs to go. I've got an app thing comes up all the time. I haven't done anything about it yet, honestly. I'm gonna have a sip and see if these questions get any better. So yeah, I always feel like, yeah, maybe I've packed the wrong shampoo or spray, or maybe it's in the wrong area. Because I have been stopped a few times for having like things in the wrong parts of bags. Like you can bring this, but it has to be in the toiletry bags in your big suitcase. You can't have it in like, stressful. So, one word answer, stressed. Most embarrassing habit as a child. I mean, it's embarrassing now that I used to be very particular about proper enunciation. See, I can't quite do it as fast as my regular speaking tempo, because the vowels are different and some letters are slightly pronounced because they are there. A song that I did record for my parents was Old Orange Octopus, ah, ah, ah. Old Orange Octopus, ah, ah, ah. So, but it sounded very proper. I can't even imitate it right now, but it was kind of like, I don't know if that was a habit. I also, still do think farts are hilarious. So if you farted in the room, like my dad didn't mention like anything. He'd only laugh if I'd laugh. I think he was laughing because I was laughing at his fart. I was like, huh. So that, I guess that's a habit. I mean, what kid doesn't pick their nose? I did try it once in what? maybe Kinder or Prep or something. I have tried. It's just, is that a habit? No, I never continuously did it. Oh, okay, because my parents are uncultured swine, they never taught me how to eat with my mouth closed. So I did that kinder through to about grade 2, and the teacher said, "Have your parents not taught you to eat with your mouth closed? You sound like an animal," or something like that. And I was just taken aback because I really like this teacher, and she's just like, "No, I didn't know that was a thing." And then I was just like, yeah. Even though the next year in like grade 3 or 4 camp, I think it's grade 4 camp, we were supposed to know how to use cutlery. I'm just like, I don't use the cutlery I use in knives and spoons. I don't do that. Let's chop out shit up. I still don't unless I'm out at like a restaurant or something. Like if it's a wanky ass restaurant, like then maybe I won't. But yeah. I can't really think of much apart from like, mirroring the people that I wanted to be or be friends with. I guess that's just ASD things. Um Also not really a habit talking to my toys. This is before Toy Story. Like, I don't know how old I was. I was quite old as a child. Maybe I heard something at school about everything has a soul, and when you die, you can put like your soul can be in literally anything. So I assumed maybe someone's put a soul in a toy so they can watch over me and protect me or something like that. So I really had trouble giving away toys. Like there were some toys I didn't have like a connection with, but I had a stronger connection with Puppy Surprise, and I didn't want to give away, but it was just like, I'm never going to play with you again. And well, I didn't initially have the idea of giving her away. I was just holding her because we were having a garage sale which no one turned up to. But I was holding her as I was putting the sign up, and then a father asked me, is that for sale? I'm just like, yes. And yeah, he gave me $10 for it, but it was a weird day because it's just like, I know I shouldn't have you anymore, but I don't want to give you up. So yeah, I sort of had sort of closeness to some toys. Even though, like, this is my washed hair, you guys. It's just, I haven't brushed it, I guess, but it's still a bit weird, isn't it? I don't, the crackhead version was so much faster. I'm still having coffee so I can speed it up, but I don't know. What have you seen that you wish you could unsee? I wish I never saw my parents fight. I never wish I heard the mean things my dad said to my mom. I wish I'd never seen the things he'd almost thrown at her. Like he got up so many times to almost hit her or something and just stopped and realized, like, I don't know, this isn't worth it. Like, he's the one that's gonna suffer from this, not her. Well, she would too, because domestic abuse, but it's just like, but what you have to understand is my mum's a shit stirrer, and she purposely causes problems just to start an argument because she didn't like how quiet the house was or is. Because no one fucking talks. I don't talk. My brother doesn't really talk unless you talk to him. Like, Dad's pretty quiet. And my mum's like this hyper extroverted person. But like, this is so stupid. Like, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, she decided that, oh, I don't want to pull the words out of your tongue. It's like, that's what you're supposed to fucking do with people that have, social difficulties. You can see that I'm having a hard time communicating. Like, you never showed me how to talk. So, I'm learning that now. Like, if I want to talk to someone, I can ask questions about, like, literally anything. And maybe they'll want to talk back. So, wish I could unsee my parents fighting, because that made me fear my dad in a way that no child should ever fear their dad. Which is really stupid, because in my 20s I realized he was the sane one. He just had anger issues. It was just a bit explosive. But my mum's just knew this and kept poking him. So I think pre-coffee I'm just more likely to ramble and tell you more of the story rather than just answer it. This coffee's too sweet. It's literally, I think it was a bit of a lumped teaspoon of sugar instead of my normal flat. So what is your go-to cocktail? What are we counting as cocktails? Needs 2 alcohols or more, right? I like a good pina colada, like a proper made one. So it's not just the pineapple and the rums. It needs the cream on the top. It needs the slice of lemon, the cherry. That's probably my go-to. Failing that, a good Long Island iced tea. If I like there will be moods that I will want a Cosmo, because that cranberry juice is just like soothing or something. I generally stay away from like the mudslides and all that, even though I like them. It's just like, generally when I have a cocktail, it'll be on a hot day on the beach. I'm not on the beach, but like the restaurant near the beach. So it's just like chilling out, maybe go for a walk after the dinner, So I don't want anything creamy. I want something light and fruity. So that's that. The personality type I gravitate mostly towards, definitely ambiverts. Definitely. If you're an extrovert but you have a bit more social drive than me, that's great, because otherwise we'd just be stuck doing nothing the whole time. And although I am content with being at home doing my own thing, like reading, watching Animal Crossing, exercising and tending to my new garden and whatever, I have so many things I can do by myself, and I'm quite happy with, I think, maybe once a month or something, it'll be nice to catch up with friends, or when cons are back on, go to a con with someone. Like, I want someone who's happy to do that. Like, extroverts are just too much. Like, I feel like extroverts they take it personally when you only spend 2 hours with them. It's just like, no, 2 hours is my social battery. If there's driving involved, you have to minus that from my 2 hours, because I fucking hate driving, and that wears down my batteries just as much as being in the same room as you, because your energy is overwhelming. personality types. So we've covered ambiverts, like, yeah, the talkative introvert that knows when to leave you alone after a while. They get it, you know? I, but like, I like people that I can talk to maybe about spiritual things, like crystals, maybe, I don't know, stuff like that. I don't like the arty people because they're a bit too... I went to art school studying this. It's like, yeah, bitch, so did I, but like, whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I used to gravitate towards like nerds, but then there are, well, I guess it's with every subculture of person. There are nerds that are just they know too much about everything. It's just like they're too expert in their field. It's like, no, well, I just like the show. Like, I don't care about, let's get into the backstories of all these characters, or you know, I don't want to collect all of the plushies and all of the trading cards. Like, I don't care about that. I just like the show, or I just like the game. Like, I don't know every single detail of the World of Warcraft, but I do know a little bit. Like, I've got at least one of the books. I know there are many, but like, you know, like if you like nerdy things, but you're not a complete obsessed weirdo, you're probably cool. Like, then we could probably talk about something. Honestly, right now, I'd prefer to talk about like crystals and what ifs and I don't know, mystical bullshit that I don't know. Like, I'd love to hear someone talk about Faye because I don't know. I could read it myself, but where's the fun in that? So yeah, just weirdos. Quiet weirdos. That's the personality. This video is going so slow. I'll probably do this as the last one because it's already 17 minutes. What is your most frequently viewed social media clip? Oh, I've answered that before. It's untitled shit post. I'm just gonna make a long video because I can't be fucked. There's only like 5 left, but I tend to be rambling, so I don't care. Something I should give a shit about, but don't, is the making and keeping friends, you know, all the effort, like, you have to, like, talk to them and stuff, or see them. Like, not enough people are content with, I'll send you a meme, or, you know, you have to actively communicate in some way with someone, especially during a pandemic like this. You know, make time, make an effort to say, hey man, I'm thinking of you. It could be a Snapchat game, like, yeah. I'm trying to give more of a shit about it because, I mean, I don't want my friends being sad because I'm not. I'm gonna do the things that I feel comfortable doing. So I am in awe, AWE, of people who can just wake up like before work. They go for a workout. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's just like, well, good for you. Like, I don't ever plan on doing that. Like, I don't want to. I don't see that as fun or interesting. But it's just like, cool. You're not making life about wake up, go to work, get dinner, come home, eat, go to sleep. Like, yeah, I'm awe of people that make their life like just more interesting in whatever way than the normal 9 to 5 drudgery. I'm in awe of people that can keep thriving plants. Like, I look at my plants and some parts look good and some parts, I'll show you this one for example. I'm guessing because I'm gonna be planting it once I've got all the compost and shit, but like it looks good on that side, and then I'm guessing I have to probably rotate it just so these can face the sun more, maybe. So I'm gonna try that. But then there's like dead ones on this side too. So, well, they're not dead, they're just closed up. I've got to water those. But yeah, I'm just people, or in awe of people who just have their shit together, don't really have much stress to worry about. They just do shit. Want to do this? All right, cool, let's do it. Like, yeah, those people that have broken the mold of 9 to 5, they can just work if and when they want and have fun the rest of the time. I think that's amazing. I think that is my sort of what path I'm on. Yeah, there are 4 cards left. It might be a half-hour video, who knows? How would you define a magic moment? I think it's like the feeling and the energy. Like when it just feels like things are just, yeah, you just know. Yeah, you just feel this nice sort of energy in your like body. And that's how you know, yeah, this is good. I'm doing good. Voice wake up keeps stopping. See, I don't even know what that means. So if I could pick a magic moment, perhaps? Is that what it's asking? Define a magic moment. You get out of bed. It's winter. Get out of bed. You have central heating on. It's still toasty. You don't have to put a robe on yet. The cat hasn't started bothering you to feed her. You can just go to the kitchen and make yourself a coffee. And it's like 6 a.m. and most of the neighbors are not awake. There's no screaming children. You can hear a few birds here and there. There are many passing cars. It's just blissful. I wouldn't mind like a log fire or something. I don't think I'd need a rug if I had a log fire. I'm envisioning like a rug. That'd be a magic moment of just pure toastiness. That is what I live for. If you had a magic wand, what would you do with it? Oof. See, I'm so torn between well, I want to help put a spell on my plants so they never die. Put a bug on this one. So they're forever growing and thriving and something, but I don't know if that's like against nature. That'll be cool. Or just being able to summon whatever I want, like right now. Just doing, thank you. It's only one thing. Oh no, it doesn't say one thing. It's what would you do with it? Oh yeah, I'd be able to summon whatever the fuck I wanted. I'd be able to magically charge any electronic devices. Just be like, and you're done. You know, part of me wants to have like a shower effect, but then I do enjoy standing in the hot water. Don't know if there's a way. Well, it's magic, so I can be able to keep the hot water going as hot and as long as I want, because I don't shower every day, so I can, you know, not corona, don't worry. Yeah, basically, I guess because it's winter, I'm just like imagining all the ways I could just be toasty. Yeah, I wouldn't mind like pain removing, but I feel like that's too surface level because the pain happens because of a reason. So it needs to be all healing, like heal everything, heals emotions. It like helps you. Oh, a magic one that helps you see. You'd be like, why does my wrist hurt? And it'd be like, because you played too much. Something like it'll just give you the answers, and then you can fix that. Or it's like, yeah, maybe there's like a memory you're holding on to, and that's causing shoulder pain because you feel like your things, burdens, and support. I can't word it properly. I know, but like if there was a yes, root cause of everything. Yeah, I thought the magic one would just be, what's the root cause of this? How do we clear that? That'd be sick, actually. I'll just be a healer. That is my wish. Perfect. What are your favorite song lyrics? The only ones I can fucking remember. Yeah, although I do know the words to that song in particular, but I'm not gonna. Oh, final question, almost hitting 30. All right, the final question for the icebreaker set. What is the most awkward thing you have witnessed in someone else's house? Someone's kid was mispronouncing words that sounded sus. Maybe they were actually saying penis because they were doing this. Hang on. There's the two balls. Right? They were doing something like that. That was a bit awkward, but funny. Funny awkward, don't get me wrong. It's good to explain the proper words for bits for children, so it's not just like wee wee hoo hoo ha ha, you know, stupid. Is it the most awkward? I mean, we've seen like, you know, parents fighting in other people's houses, or I have another awkward thing. A giant black dildo, the sticky, just out and open, not in a cupboard, just, it's just like, it didn't surprise me. It was just like, oh, that's big. Congratulations. I don't know if I said congratulations, but I was definitely thinking it in my head. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna change the question to the most awkward thing that has happened to me at someone's house. One of my friends had a German Shepherd dog, and it liked putting its head right between your legs, like, hello. And on the days when I had my period, the dog, just wouldn't leave me alone. And I'm just like, oh, I love you. It's okay, you can stay as long as you want. And the owner's like, leave her alone, leave her alone. It's like, no, puppy, ooh. She knows it's my lady times. Yeah, it was awkward, but it turned into like precious. So yeah, that was some new things you've learnt about me. Probably next time I'm just gonna use websites. I don't care if this series performs or not. This is just something I want to do because, hey, fuck it. Alright, see ya later.